Number 8, Safina Strength. She don't look that strong. Oh, never mind. She's like Bedman. Like, you ever play Guilty Gear? She's like Bedman. Like, she's in the bed, and then the bed is actually doing the fighting. She's like the puppet, and then like this giant ass armor around her will mess you up. I get it. Okay. So 5 cost, 2/6 for Havencraft, legendary. Accelerate 2, summon Somnolent Strength. That must be the homie right here. Somnolent Strength must be the homie. But let's take a look at Somnolent Strength. That is indeed the homie. Look at that. Somnolent Strength is indeed the homie. I like this. All right. Countdown 3. So it's an amulet. At the end of your turn, give 0, +2 to a random allied follower. Okay. Last words, give mine. Okay, so an enemy follower. I thought it was going to be like all the followers who got like the buff. Okay. Give -2, 0 to a random enemy follower. Okay, that's cool. For 5, a 2/6. Let's take a look at the fanfare, actually. We haven't taken a look at that. Give all other allied followers +1/+1 and ward. Works for ward. It's important. While this follower is in play, all allied followers in play that come into play can't take more than 3 damage at a time. Dang, this is a defense powerhouse, huh? While this follower is in play, oh, same effect. Okay. So, everything that comes into play can't take more than 3 damage at a time. So your big followers are just going to stick around. And if they have ward, that nerd Wilbert helps them out a little bit. But Wilbert's on 6, so you might actually not have a chance to play this card until like turn 7, which kind of sucks. The buff is good. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Somnolent Strength? Let's see again. Yeah, this is like just buffs. But if you're trying to find something that's going to stick on the board, maybe this is good. Like if you're trying to like get things to stick. Accelerate 2? Maybe that's okay. Or an Accelerate 2, actually. That's actually not bad. Yeah, it's like Elena. Yeah, I think if you play this on 2, I think it's great. But the later on in the game you have to play this card, I think the worse it gets. It's hard to say if this is going to be useful on 7 either. Wilbert's going to stick around on 6 or pop out on 6. If you play this on 5, then it's like, okay, well, that's it. And if it's the only card you play on 5, it's not that useful. So this is a card you either have to play really late game or after Wilbert. So 7+ is really where this card, even though it's a 5 cost, that's like a trap. If you play this card for 5, yeah, it can't be Steam, man. If you play this card for 5, it is not, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. You're making a mistake. It's either 2 or 7+. So, Mama, middle of the road, not great. Honestly, if you're not playing something that like works really well with Somnolent Strength, it might not be that good. Let's take a look here. Reverend Adjudicator. Okay. I mean, it's like the Pope. 5 cost, 2/3. Boy, these are some weenies. Havencraft Gold. Ward, Fanfare, restore 2 defense to your leader. Draw a card. That's good. Draw is always good. During your turn, whenever your leader's defense is restored, summon a Snake Priestess. Oh, shit, okay. So they're trying to tie, with this card, they're trying to tie Ward and Healing together. Interesting. So Ward, evolve, restore 2 defense to your leader. Again, so you get the buff and summon another Snake Priestess. During your turn, oh, same thing. Okay. Snake Priestess, of course, is the 1/3, 2 cost. This is I think a basic card. Is that right, guys? This is a basic. Yeah, so they're really trying to get the most out of Wilbert because he was very underwhelming when he came out and just kind of got overshadowed by a lot of the other cards in Ultimate Coliseum. Reverend Adjudicator, I don't know. It depends on if Wilbert becomes actually that useful or if like the archetype for heal Ward is great. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think so, though. My gut feeling says no, not that great. All right, Lorena, we already talked about. Now, we need to talk about this 4-pillar Tortoise. This is a little cartoony, but I'll take it. All right, 3 cost, 1. Dang, the Havencraft followers have the poopiest stat lines. He's a silver card, so I guess that makes sense. Also a ward. Fanfare, randomly put a 4 play point Havencraft follower or image. Oh, that's not bad. So it's draw. Okay. 3 cost, 1/4 draw with ward. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, again, card draw plus a well-statted follower for 3. Great. And it has ward. Yeah, this is good. This is good. It's a silver card, but for a silver, it's a damn good silver. All right. Man, look at the stat lines for these guys. Just, they all suck. They're really like, if you don't use ward, you're messing up. All right, let's take a look at Portalcraft. So, Slaws, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is a tarot card, right? He's number 10. 3 cost, 2/3, Portalcraft Legendary. Fanfare. If Resonance is active for you, summon an enemy Wheel of Misfortune and banish its follower. Wow, okay. At the start of your opponent's turn, if Resonance is active for you, gain +1/+1 and destroy a random enemy follower. Wow, that's cool. That only happens one time though, right? Does that continuously happen? It's not a leader effect, so I'm assuming it's one time. But it doesn't say your opponent's next turn. I don't know here. I don't know about this one. Let's take a look at Wheel of Misfortune though. This reminds me of like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Well, the Yu-Gi-Oh card was like it's Nightmare Wheel. That's what I'm thinking of. Nightmare Wheel. Let's take a look. Anyway, Wheel of Misfortune. Countdown 3. At the start of your turn, randomly activate. Oh, that's the magic word, baby. Ooh. Randomly activate one of the following effects. Add 1 to the cost of all cards in your hands. This is like the worst timeline effect. Wait, what the? Pause. All these effects kind of suck. At the start of your turn, randomly activate one of the following effects. Add 1 to the cost of all cards in your hand until the end of the turn. Give -2/-2 to all allied followers. Summon an enemy analyzing... Oh, God. Yeah. Actually, they're all crappy. This is an enemy analyzing artifact. What the hell? Is this a joke? What's the point of this? So you don't play this on Resonance. I don't understand this one. What are they trying to prevent you from doing? From playing this on Resonance? At the start of your opponent's turn, if Resonance is active for you, gain +1/+1, destroy a random enemy follower. I don't know about this one. I think this is pretty bad. Yeah, he only adds 1 to the cost. Oh, I see. Okay. There's a really important word here. Yeah. Okay. Enemy Wheel of Misfortune. Now this card is good. Now this is worthy of being a legendary. So, you give this to your worst enemy, and they just die a slow, painful death. That's actually really good. That's some control stuff I really like. It's like, hey, here's some garbage. Also, I'm taking up your board space. Also, everything bad is gonna happen to you. So, sucks to suck. Enjoy this. I like this a lot. This is cool. Control is always fun. All right, let's see here. Next card is going to be Dimension Dominator. 4 cost, 4/3 Portalcraft Legendary. Here's the other legendaries. Evolve art, 30 out of 10. This is a cool dude right here. I look forward to getting the emblem for this guy. Fanfare. Give a follower in your hand Fanfare, recover 2 play points. Ooh-wee. Frostlock, much like you, I'm loving it. Someone get me sponsored by McDonald's. Holy shit, that's good. I like that a lot. Evolve. Give your leader the following effect. Once on each of your turns, when you play a follower, recover... Hold on a second, y'all. I need to... Hold on a second. Let me just turn off this camera. That feels good. All right, we're back. Okay. This is good. This is the good stuff. Recover play points. Oh, I'm trying to cheat. I think Augmentation's Bestowal is rotating out, so this is your Augmentation's Bestowal in some sense, right? Your way to cheat play points. I like, yeah, float support's kind of nice. Actually, I'm liking what Portal's doing right now. I like this a lot. So Dimension Dominator, super tight. Inverted Manipulation is what we saw before, I think. Oh, we actually talked about this but off YouTube. So we'll cover this really fast. So inverted manipulation is basically 3-cost support for puppets. Puts a puppet into your hand, and then it gives your leader the following effect until the end of the turn. Whenever you play a puppet, you deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. If there are no followers in play, you can deal 2 damage to the leader. So what the idea here is, with puppet decks, you can pretty easily wipe boards. That's what the puppets are for, right? Just like running them in. But if you can play puppets after you play this card, which are 0 cost, you can just do a bunch of damage to the enemy. So like turn 8, I imagine you can do some pretty nasty things with a bunch of puppets. First clear the board, then play down like 4 or 5 puppets, and then just like do whatever you need to do, right? And that basically just ends the game. Yeah, so this is what I assume to be the ender for puppets. The ender for a puppet archetype deck for Portalcraft. This is your big finisher. Whether they get more cards to actually get puppets in hand is yet to be seen. So I hope that with cards like this being printed, there is more support within the silvers and bronzes for this class, considering the legendaries definitely don't support it. All right, and that is all of Portalcraft. We are rounding out, going down to the home stretch here. Titanic Showdown in neutral. We already talked about Fierin, Haven Sent Wind God, who's pretty underwhelming. But Titanic Showdown, let's see here. Titanic Showdown. Fanfare. Put a random follower that originally cost at least 9 play points from your deck into your hand. Okay, so put a big boy into your hand. If any other allied Titanic followers, Titanic Showdowns are in play, recover 4 play points and banish this card or this amulet. Last words. At the start of your next turn, put 5 random followers that originally cost at least 9 play points from your hand into play. All right, hold on a second. Let me just process for a second. I gotta run through the Rolodex of cards. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a 6 cost that on turn 8 pops with the last words effect. So on 8, I just basically overrun you. It's almost like Fleeting Joy in a sense, except it's a turn earlier. So Fanfare, put a random follower that originally cost 9 play points from your deck into your hand. So the Fanfare ensures that you have something nice. If any other allied Titanic cards are in play, or showdowns are in play, recover 4 play points and banish his amulet. So to get the biggest value out of this, you have to run multiples of them. But the problem with running multiples of these is that you're pushing your countdown ending later and later and later. So imagine if you play this on 6. You get the countdown 2, and that pushes it to turn 8. So at turn 8, you pop. If you play another one to get the secondary effect, you lose this one because it gets banished, but you recover 4 play points. So the next Titanic Showdown is 2 cost technically. But then you push your last words to turn 9. In Dragoncraft, I think if you played Ramp Dragon with this card, you could probably just put a deck together with this and a bunch of big followers. Because you ramp to 6, and then you just murder them with your big Dragoncraft followers. So, honestly, you could probably build a deck around this card. Yeah, I think you could build a deck around this, but only for Dragoncraft. I don't see any other class taking advantage of this because they cannot cheat play points. So, honestly, this should just be a Dragoncraft card. I don't know why it's neutral at all. Yeah, I don't see this being that great. Unless you just have some card that's your win con, that's 9 cost or whatever, and you can get it out on 8, so you can get out a turn earlier.